put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning.
Welcome to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. It is Thursday, the 7th day of August, 2025, and we're coming to you live from the Port Mall here in Scarborough, Tobago. I am Adana Kumbi. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it, albeit a wet Thursday morning. Remember, if you're leaving home this morning, to walk with your umbrellas, your raincoats, your jackets, probably your rain boots if you think it's raining that heavily this morning. Protect yourself from the rain. I mean, we are in the rainy season, and we haven't had much rain, but there is some this morning, and there's a lot of cloud cover, and it's hazy on the outside as well. In fact, I even heard that there might be some type of dust in the air as well. So imagine the combination of rainfall and dust. Wow. Those of you who are sinus sufferers, you need to ensure that you take care of yourselves, have your antihistamines and everything that you need to be protected from the adverse weather conditions. We're so happy that you're here with us this morning and that you can go through the conversations with us as we talk about things happening right here on the island of Tobago or have interest in the island of Tobago. So whether you are viewing far or wide this morning, we say thank you so much for choosing us this morning and for continuing to make us number one for morning show here on the island of Tobago. Before we get into all of our conversations, we head on over to the news in 90 seconds.
Thank you, Adana. Here is your news in 90 seconds for Thursday, 7th August 2025. A total of 104 cannabis plants were seized during an anti-crime operation in the Scarborough Police District on Tuesday. The intelligence-led exercise involved officers from the Tobago Divisional Task Force North and West, the Mariah Police Station, and was led by WASP Acton Williams and others. The plants were found in the Scarborough area, and a 40-year-old unemployed woman from Skagit Cane, Scarborough, was arrested. The TTPS confirmed that investigations are ongoing and charges under the Dangerous Act are expected. PDP leader Watson Duke is rallying Tobagonians to prepare for a political battle, declaring the Progressive Democratic Patrons is ready to contest the next Tobago House of Assembly elections once the people give the signal. Comparing politics to a boxing match, Duke said, quote, "Are we have a win?" End quote. He criticized the Farley Augustine-led administration as incompetent and betraying Tobagonians' trust. He accused current MPs of being powerless and allowing Trinidad to dictate Tobago's affairs. Duke urged voters to act decisively. And finally, after years of evading justice, a Trinidad and Tobago national, Sherlon Guppy, was extradited to the United States on August 5th to face serious drug trafficking charges in Pennsylvania following a 5-year DEA investigation that began in 2019. Arrested in Goodwood Park in September 2023, his extradition was approved in 2024 and upheld in 2025. The operations involve cooperation between U.S. and local law enforcement agencies. U.S. officials praised the extradition as a symbol of strong bilateral collaboration and a warning to transnational criminal networks that justice will pursue them globally. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you, Bianna, for our news there in 90 seconds. And, this morning I won't be speaking on anything on your news this morning, but I just want to say happy independence to Jamaica. They celebrated 63 years of independence yesterday.
Yes.
And so happy independence to Jamaica. If you notice this morning, I try a little thing with my outfit to represent
Jamaica.
I'm not sure if I got through, but happy independence to Jamaica this morning. We celebrate with you, celebrating 63 years of independence.
Yes, yes.
And, also, as we head on into the weekend, it's Thursday, tomorrow it's Friday, and then we have so many activities on the island of Tobago. And, I want to remind our viewers about Duds Diving. Bianna, what do you think about that international event coming to Tobago?
Well, for me, it's a really interesting one. I would like to see what it's all about, but it's an opportunity for visitors to actually explore the island of Tobago.
That's right, and also for Tobagonians, because I'm not certain exactly where in Charlottesville is going to take place.
Right.
And, you know, in terms of diving, they have to look for, of course, the hilly, the mountainous areas by the seaside to dive. So it will be interesting to see how the event is hosted, how they participate, how they manage the crowd, crowd responses and stuff like that. And there are so many amazing and unusual types of events and activities like this across the world. I I know some events people slide through mud, and that's a festival. There's so many unusual things happening across the globe, and I'm so happy that we've had the opportunity, that we have the opportunity rather, to host Duds Diving here on the island. It's taking place this Saturday in Charlottesville. So come one, come all, and let us support what is happening there. Let us see how people celebrate life across the globe.
Yes.
All right, Bianna, do be safe this morning. It's wet on the outside, so remember your umbrella, your raincoat, your rain boots, whatever you need to be safe this morning. Be safe and have a wonderful day.
Same to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the morning where we celebrate with those who are celebrating. It's time for our birthday shout-outs. And of course, you know, we here at Tobago Updates Television, we love a good birthday celebration. And so we're going to start off this morning by wishing happy birthday to our viewers. We start off with Mr. Ricky Joe Field, my batch, as we could say. He was my classmate. Ricky is celebrating his birthday today, and we say happy birthday to you, Ricky. We pray God's blessings upon your life, and we do hope that you have a wonderful, amazing birthday today. And for those of you who don't know, you want to pass by Lus restaurant this morning, or today rather, down there at the Lowlands Mall, you might be able to find something there, a drink or two. So I'll see you later, Ricky. Have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Orlando Shane Lindo is also celebrating his birthday today, looking dapper in his suit, and I do hope that your day is as dapper as this outfit this morning. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I hope you get to celebrate it with loved ones, family, friends, and well-wishers. So all the best to you from the Tobago Updates family. We say happy birthday to you. Kimberly Job, she also is celebrating a birthday today, and Kimberly, we say happy birthday to you. I've had the opportunity to work with Kimberly on a few projects, and she is such a darling, and I want to say happy birthday to you, my dear. I pray God's blessings upon your life, and as you enter this new chapter, may you find favor, may you find grace, and may you walk in love and in peace. So happy birthday to you. And rounding up the birthday greetings this morning, we say happy birthday to Ian Lawrence. Ian Lawrence is also celebrating a birthday today. And Ian, we do pray God's blessings upon your life. In fact, I do hope that you can spend your birthday with that smile that you're wearing in this photo. I hope you smile right through the entire birthday year, the birthday season, that you see God's grace upon your life, and that you enjoy all the goodness that comes with celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday to you. And remember, even though we do not have your photographs, we still join in the celebration with you this morning. Whatever you are celebrating, even if you're just celebrating life, we give God thanks for your life as well. And we remind you to put Him first, because He is the sole reason why there's even anything for you to celebrate. Who are we having conversations with this morning in studio, you might be asking? And we start off by speaking with evangelist Evelyn Orr, and she's an event promoter, and Archdeacon Phil Isaac. The event is Evening of Worship in His Presence, so we're going to be getting some information where that is concerned. Then we speak with Mr. Kern Cowan. He is the CEO of Tobago Festivals Commission Limited, and we're going to be talking about Heritage 2025. Yes, Heritage 2025, as you are aware, we just concluded the Tobago Heritage Festival, and so we're going to find out the ins and outs about what transpired in preparations, the execution, and where we are today. And finally, we end things off by speaking with Miss Aldencia Felicia Summers. She's the founder of Locked and Braided. That is in our Women in Business segment. Yes, you want to hear all about it. You know, we here at Tobago Updates Television, we are celebrating women in business every Thursday morning here on the morning show. So if you know a woman who is in business right here in Tobago, feel free to make contact with us, and we will highlight your business. We have to go for a short break before we begin conversations this morning, but I want to remind our viewers far and wide, whether you are right here in Tobago, in Trinidad, the Caribbean region, the United States of America, Canada, England, whether you are on the continent of Asia, Africa, Australia, Europe, wherever you are this morning, we say thank you so much for choosing us, and we are asking you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
This August, you have no excuse. A night of passion, power, and purpose.
The Rhythmic Vibrations and Rhythm Babes Performing Arts Company presents No Excuse. Join us on Tuesday, 12th of August at the Shaw Park Complex at 6 p.m. for a night of dance, drama, and song. Tickets are only $125 for adults and $75 for children. You don't want to miss this.
What's your excuse?
No excuse.
I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 bottle of rum, DJ start the thing, let me drum. Cause I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 girls to a man, DJ start the thing, let me rum. When my team touch down, everything get wild. Hey, 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 take out your flag and fling it up, take out something and fling it up, fling it up, fling it up high. Hey, 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 start to jump up and fling it up, take out something and fling it up.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest. We protect. Everyone benefits.
Hello, New York. Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe Land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. Oh, hey, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Wet me down,
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules, or if you are having a cooking day off.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you so much for staying with us. We begin conversations this morning by speaking with evangelist Evelyn Orr. She is the event promoter of the Evening of Worship in His Presence, and we also have Minister Tricia Sobers. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
All right, ladies, it is indeed a pleasure to have you in studio with us this morning, having this conversation as we talk about an evening of worship in His presence, which of course we so know is needed, especially as we are aware, for those who are Bible believers, we are aware that we are in the closing days. It has been noised abroad by many prophets, evangelists, apostles. We are hearing that we are in the closing days. And when we look around in society, we are seeing the need for some type of peace on earth. And here we are presenting now this evening of worship. So Evangelist Evelyn, I'm going to start with you this morning. Tell us a little bit about the history and the idea, the genesis behind this event.
Good morning. A special good morning to Tobago Updates and Tobago, by extension, my Tobago people. Good morning, Minister Tricia, in the studio.
Good morning. Hi.
And thank you for your support with this project.
Amen.
Okay, I first say that this is a community project. I was looking at how Tobago, the atmosphere, is changing in Tobago. And, let me say my Father God, gave me this idea because I wanted to, it's all about making a change, attempting to make a change. You see something that you don't like, and in the United States, they say if you see something, say something, do something. And, this is just a way of doing something. As I said before, a community project in a sense whereby it's all about having this event to educate, empower, and encourage Tobagonians. We strongly believe that if this event, can take place, it can in some way or the other help to curb the rising crime rate that is in Tobago. Now we have the traditional crusades, which are not really attracting, people, the population anymore in Tobago. So what the Spirit of God, He gave me the idea as to have a musical crusade, because all individuals love music, and they love, Tobagonians, Trinidadians, people love gospel music. So you do that gospel crusade. It's like, a gospel musical crusade where you invite people, all walks of life, to come to Bishop's High School on that evening to be ministered to. As I said, the 3 E's: educate, empower, encourage. 3 ministers would be speaking for about 10 minutes each to encourage people to transform their life, to bring about a change, a positive change in their lives. And the ministers of music now, they are the ones who are going to minister to the individuals in music and encourage individual. We believe that there will be some sort of a change after that program, on Sunday, the 24th. Minister Tricia?
I am listening to you, and I understand fully the need for this type of engagement in the Tobago communities, of course, to empower people. And when you create a space like that, I see that admission is absolutely free, right? And you're targeting. Tell me who exactly your target is, because I know you want to get into communities, and we've seen the ills in society. But who exactly are you targeting with this event?
Well, it is free, as you said, because with a crusade, you don't charge. There's not an admission fee, for a crusade. You don't charge someone to attempt to transform their lives in a positive way. So we are targeting those persons who first of all, who don't know Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. Because I believe, for me, I'm telling you that I was not, and people know me back in Tobago, I was not the best of individuals, and God has transformed my life totally. I'm a totally 100% turnaround individual. So we're looking at those persons, who don't know Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior first. We're targeting those first. We're targeting those who are struggling. And when I say struggling, in the sense whereby one time they're up, one time they're down, one time they want to be on the positive side, next time they're on the negative side. So we're targeting those persons, and I'm putting it out there now that persons who are coming, who already know Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, to please invite someone, who doesn't know him, who probably going in the wrong direction in life right now. Encourage them to come, because these are last days. And, we want to give everybody the opportunity, to become, let me say, a positive element in society. And henceforth, this program has been put forth for individuals, for Tobago.
Amen.
That's right. And Minister Tricia, I know that you have been a music minister for a number of years. We've seen you in gospel lip, so if you go that far back, and we've seen you and we know your ministry. Over the years, ministering through song, because I know you also minister the word, but through song, how have you seen your music, or music in general, impact the lives of people?
Oh, pleasant good morning to Tobago Updates. Pleasant good morning, the mighty woman of God, and pleasant good morning to Tobago. So, right, to your question, just like our bishop says that water is ancient, so is music. Music is universal, and so what I've seen is that music touches people on all levels, whether negative or positive, however you want to interpret it. So my music has been impactful in terms of the words of the music. It's really about the lyrics, we were having a conversation recently, and we were discussing how using a secular beat with, the lyrics that point towards Jesus Christ can impact people. So I have seen over the years music impacting persons to live positive lives and to live lives for Christ, which is where we're zoning in. And I believe the evangelist, the woman of God, has been given a mandate so that music can help to touch lives of people. I want to say that we are not, as Bishop says, Bishop says, don't invite somebody, bring somebody. So I want to, ask persons out there, you're coming, bring somebody with you. Don't just say, well, I invited to this, I'm going to this concert, I'm going to this crusade, musical crusade, and I'm inviting you. No, they need a life transforming moment. They need an encounter with Jesus. You do what you can and bring them with you. Yes, extend the invitation, but bring them with you. I am looking now to see who I can bring with me. Amen.
That's right. And you're talking about a life transforming experience. And you're right. Music kind of breaks barriers. Everybody I think it was Evangelist Eastland who says everybody likes music.
Yes.
Any genre of music, you will find somebody who gravitates to that type of music. And so I feel as if music will draw people into that place. And so I join with you, of course, in encouraging people. Once you are on the island of Tobago on the 24th of August, it is absolutely free. It is absolutely free.
Yes.
Come out. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, bring a brother, bring a sister, bring somebody who you know to come out on August 24th from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the Bishop's High School. It's absolutely free, and it's an evening of worship where you will be engaged with apostles, the archdeacon, reverends, ministers of the gospel, and people like me, people like you. The everyday man will be there in the presence of God to worship and to give praise unto Almighty God. In closing, is there any additional information or anything you'd like to encourage our viewers about?
I just want to encourage, as Minister Tricia would have said before, if you're coming, if you're attending this auspicious event on the 24th of August, please bring someone that you believe, in your heart, or in your heart, that person, should be there. Bring them, because it's all about transforming life, transforming a life, transforming lives on that evening. And let me take this opportunity. It wouldn't be right for me not to, give thanks to Father Phil, to Archdeacon, Phil Isaac, who is at the head of this program, because when I went to him, he embraced the whole idea, and he's a man of God, who I don't think a lot of people in Tobago know how much he's doing in communities in Tobago. And, I just want to publicly thank him, for embracing this program and promoting it. And I want to thank, some persons, some business people in the community, who are assisting financially. I want to thank Mr. Warner with Penny Savers. I want to thank Mr. Jacob with Jacob Fishing. I want to thank Mr. Owen Alfred with Serenity Guest House. I want to thank Mr. Was. Oh my gosh. Secretary. I don't think people understand who he is, because when I threw the idea at him, he said, you know what? Hear what I'm going to do for you all with this program. It's excellent. He said, it's either I donate the whole song system or I donate the chairs. You take your pick. And I want to thank the Secretary of Community Development and Culture. I want to thank him, for really coming and helping Tobago. Tobagonians, just remember that he's an excellent representative. I want to thank him publicly also.
All right. And of course,
thank you. Thank you, Tobago Updates. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Minister Tricia.
You're welcome.
It is good to give thanks. It is good to give thanks. Of course, thank you to all the business community for coming together. I mean, it's a community event, a community effort. And, you know, as we say in Tobago, one hand can't clap. So we need the hands to clap together to make the vision come to life. So, you know, Evangelist Eastlyn and Minister Tricia Sobers, we thank you so much for coming this morning. And of course, we wish you the absolute best success in this event. And we ask all of Tobago, as I said, if you are on the island of Tobago on the 24th of August, between 4 p.m. and 6:30 p.m., make your way to Bishop's High School for an absolutely amazing evening of worship in his presence, free of charge. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your mother, tell your father. Come on down and have an awesome time in God's presence. Well, we have to go for a short break before we continue conversations here this morning. And as we go, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme.
Well, I want a proper window for me house, yeah? I want no shake thing in my place.
Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces.
We get one wall on the side and we get one hole. You can put a window there, invent something, a window for put there.
At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style.
Well, me meet ya. Me don't know who I'm talking to, but I cousin Tofina tell me for call all you go get proper thing for put there. Me don't know.
Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business.
Driven? No, I ain't driving. I get a bus ticket. One of me pick me them go drop me down there. Must bring me down there. Russo Trey Springer down by the place down there.
Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products, it's about relationships. It's about you.
It's all about me? Who's your family? You know Edna and Dorka and them, you know them, but you resemble them Edward boy and them Edward people, them you.
Tobago Glass Supplies, Russo Trey Spring Garden, telephone number 639-6266. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you so much for staying with us. Did you know that this is Steel Pan Month? Yes, we are celebrating the Steel Pan all month. In fact, I think it's August 11th was declared Steel Pan Day, and of course we are going to celebrate. We've come from really far, and we now have the steel pan as our national instrument. In fact, I want to enlighten you on something here about the steel pan. And so indulge me. The steel pan was officially declared as the national instrument on August 30th, 1992 by former Prime Minister Patrick Manning during celebrations marking the country's 30th anniversary of independence. However, former Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts of Trinidad and Tobago, Randall Mitchell, played a pivotal role in the recent legislative process that formally codified the steel pan status in law. Mid-2024, Minister Mitchell piloted the National Music Instrument Bill 2024 through both the House of Representatives and the Senate, which unanimously designated the steel pan as the national musical instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. After both the upper and lower house passed the bill, it awaited President's assent to become law. Meanwhile, in 2023, the United Nations declared August 11, World Steel Pan Day. Can you believe that? World Steel Pan Day. And so we are celebrating the World Steel Pan Day far and wide, and we are proud as Trinbagonians to have our national instrument being celebrated across the globe on August 11th. So stay tuned. There are things that are going to be happening on the island of Tobago as well, where Steel Pan Month is concerned. And I have a little riddle for you, and I'm hoping you are able to answer at the end of this segment. The question is, steel pans were the first style of pans created and were formerly called what? What were they called formerly? The single pans, single steel pan, that's a single pan. They were the first style of pan, and they were formerly called what? And they were worn somewhere. So that's a clue there. What were they called initially? The single pan. So I'm hoping that by the end of this segment, you are able to guess. You can do your research, find out a little bit more about the steel pan, and of course, its origin and stuff like that. Right, this morning before we get to the end of this segment. Okay, so now we're heading on over to the Women in Business segment, but we're talking about the abroad version. Yes, women from right here on the island of Tobago have established themselves in countries far and wide, the United States of America, Canada, England, all over the globe. And we're so proud this morning to be speaking with one of our Tobago darlings who has her business in the United States of America. And we're speaking with Miss Aldencia Summers. She's the founder of Locked and Braided. So here's that interview with her, Women in Business. Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you so much for staying with us. We have conversations this morning with Aldencia Thomas. She is a loctician and a business owner from right here in Tobago, and her business is operating out of the United States of America. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Hi.
It's a pleasure having you here on set with us this morning as we talk about your business. And you know, it's called Locked and Braided.
Yes.
And of course, it obviously means that there's some type of locking there, you know,
Yes.
in terms of wearing your natural locks.
Mhm.
So I want to know a little bit about the business and how you managed to get into this type of business.
Okay, so as you see, yes, we're more based off of doing locks. We do braids and stuff as well. We have braiders at the salon, but our niche is locks. I started off doing hair in Tobago, but as I started off doing braids and all these things, and then when I started doing locks, I was like, you know what? I want to focus on doing one thing. And I really fell in love with doing locks. So I started off, I started doing locks after that. And I traveled out of Tobago. I met with my aunt who lives in the States. She'd been encouraging me to come out there for a long time. So when I finally got there, she was like, you know, encouraging me to do this, do that, do this. And I said, okay, no problem. I started working out of a salon where she was. Then I found another salon in the city that were doing locks, which is what I wanted to do. So I applied to get a job there and I got hired. So from there I was like, you know what? I really enjoyed being in that field and I always wanted to have my own space. So I started off at what they call them, I can't even remember the name of the salon right now. But yeah, I started off there.
And so working in that environment and of course doing something that you love gave you the inspiration to have your own. But what was it like in terms of moving from being an employee, being employed by somebody in their space and focusing on getting your own space? I'm sure there were challenges that came up. How were you able to make the investment in terms of time and finances to locate a spot, to be able to finance it? And then of course, I'm sure you also have employees working for you as well. How were you able to manage that whole transition?
It was a lot, but thank God I had the help of my husband. He's IT, so he helped me with all of that transitioning. So I'm grateful that I had that help because it was a lot of work just being at this salon, working there. So I worked at that salon, then I was working at the same salon with my aunt just to save the money. We built our salon out of pocket. So yeah, it was a rough. So we save until we get to that point where we could afford to open the salon of our own space. We built the salon out piece by piece. Soon as whenever we make money, we save this. Okay, we do this. So like every time the clients come in, they see something new. Then So, but having employees as well, just coming on from being an employee. I mean, I learned where I was, how to be and how not to be with my employees. So, yeah, it's tough. It was really tough because you got to work really hard, But as I say, we built our salons out of pocket. Yeah.
And of course coming with a lot of sacrifice, I'm sure, because there are things you might have wanted to do, places you wanted to go, you wanted to buy new clothes, I'm sure, and you had to make that sacrifice to
we
invest.
were on a tight budget.
I'm sure. And now having responsibility, as you mentioned, having responsibility for your own staff now, ensuring one, that your standard, because I'm sure you set a standard for yourself. So ensuring they understand the standard that you have set and they maintain it while they execute their duties. Ensuring that the space is welcoming. How do you manage your staff so that they are able to represent you and your brand?
So, I also have an assist. Well, one of my staff she's a manager at the salon as well. So I have that help from her, and my husband especially. He helps out a lot with those things. I just got to focus on doing the hair, making sure the clients are happy with what they want. And yeah, I don't honestly, my husband do most of that back end of all of that. Yeah.
So you're still working in terms of doing the locks, because yes. I feel as if that's your happy place.
Yes, it is. I really love doing it. Yes, I'm still working. I did my courses. I'm a master loctician. I'm also a trainer on the Chris McChurd Academy out there. So I do classes as well. I teach. Like this Sunday, I have a class on Sunday that I got to get back to teach up there. So yeah, but I'm still working. Hopefully I could get out from behind the chair soon.
Out of it all, what brings you the most joy and the most satisfaction? Moving from, the opportunity to go away and start doing the locks, working for somebody, having 2 jobs, and now seeing your business operating and training other people. What brings you the most satisfaction out of the entire experience? And what are you looking forward to the most?
My satisfaction, I just love to see my clients happy. Just when they come in there and they express about their hair, all the problems they have and I'm able to help them fix that, and then seeing them when they leave, all the big smiles on their faces, that brings joy to me. That's why I just love doing what I do. So,
and what are you looking forward to the most in terms of the business, whether it is growing, expanding your network, I don't know, empowering your workers? What is the thing you're looking forward to the most?
Okay, so we plan on expanding more. That's definitely, really looking forward to expanding by having a salon in Tobago as well. Yes, I really would like to have that in Tobago. I have to have a salon in Tobago. That's my thing. So, but my husband and I, we've been looking for a space. So hopefully we get that space soon. Fingers crossed, so that we could do that and have employees here as well. I really want to bring back the knowledge that I've learned out there, the different techniques in doing the locks and all of that. Be able to come back here and teach, and that's my biggest thing right now.
And if you were to advise or encourage somebody who they have a skill, they have a gift, they have a talent, and they have an opportunity, especially if it is outside of your comfort zone, outside of your home, outside of what you know as your norm, how would you encourage them to take up that opportunity and to maximize their full potential?
I just say go for it. Listen, talking is not my thing. I'm very shy when it comes to certain things, and so this is all new for me. This is me coming out of my comfort zone on speaking, even teaching and all of that. So I say go for it, take that chance, take that risk, and just do it. Yeah.
Aldencia, I want to wish you all the best, the very best success in all your endeavors. And I'm looking forward to your studio being here in Tobago, salon, being here in Tobago with your staff, well trained, and they understand the vision, and of course doing beautiful things and making people feel empowered through their hair.
Yes.
And that's another conversation all entirely, a conversation about...
I'll share one client I had just recently. She lost a lot of her locks. All of them fell off. She was very depressed, and she came to me, and I was like, you know what, don't worry, I got you. You're gonna leave here feeling all brand new. I did her hair. We repart them, set everything differently to how it was before. And when we were done and we showed her the mirror and she looked at herself, she wanted to cry. She was like, and that made me, as I say, that's my biggest thing. I just love to see my clients happy. And yeah.
Well, I wish you continued future successes. And as I said, we're waiting to see that salon opening up here.
Definitely. Don't worry, soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us. We have to go for a short break before we continue conversations. And as we go, we invite you to help us. Share the live, share the live, share the live.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you so much for staying with us. We appreciate each and every one of you, our viewers, this morning. I know sometimes things don't go according to plan, but you are so loyal to us that we must show appreciation to you. Remember, it's a wet Thursday morning. We had some clouds bursting this morning, gloriously sending down the rain. So if you are going out this morning, whether you're going to work or you are going you're going for a morning run or a morning walk, remember to walk with your umbrella, your raincoat, your rain boots, whatever you need to keep you safe and dry this morning. You don't want to catch a cold. In fact, I just recovered from one that was really nasty, and so you want to ensure that you are covered. Take your antihistamines, take your vitamins, take your supplements, and see your general practitioner to ensure that you are in good health. How many of you take morning walks in the morning? How many of you breathe in the fresh morning air? How many of you, appreciate, stop to smell the flowers on the way to work? You notice something new happening in your community. Perhaps a new building is going up. You might see a new flower springing up somewhere. You might see somebody new in your neighborhood. Do you take the moment to stop and say hello, or to admire, inquire, find out what is happening around you, and to be a friend to someone who might be new in your community? Well, maybe it's something you can put thought to ensure that you are, remain friendly, remain open, and aware of what is happening in your community. This weekend, we head on to a lot of exciting things happening on the island of Tobago. We have, as I mentioned earlier before, Duds Diving taking place this weekend. You might have seen the promo on Instagram where our Chief Secretary was talking about Duds Diving coming to Tobago, and they are coming this Saturday, taking place there up in Charlottesville. Isn't it amazing how so many countries celebrate life differently, different cultures celebrate things differently, and now we're talking about diving, an extreme sports. So if you are not practiced, if you are not a professional, and if you do not have the right type of help or support or guidance, please do not participate. I know you might want to play Mr. Macho, you want to show off on your friends, but if you don't have the right support, if you don't have the right the right help and the right guidance, just be an onlooker. Let us be an onlooker and participate in that way and show support to what is coming to the island of Tobago. This entire July-August vacation period, there's so many things happening in terms of engaging yourself, your young ones. Just be safe, be careful. Remember, the TTPS always reminds us that if we see something, say something, and they always talk about your behavior in public spaces. Ensure you go out in groups. You ensure that your children are taken care of, that they have contact details and all the things that they need to have to enjoy the July-August vacation period here on the island of Tobago. Whether you're going on the beach, you're flying a kite, you're going to the park, going to the movies, or an event right here on the island, remember to stay safe. Whatever you do, stay safe. Look out for your brother, look out for your sister, be your brother's keeper. And remember to always have a good time. I mean, we only live once on this earth, and so you want to live the best version of yourself, be a part of what is happening, engage in community events, community efforts, community activities, and ensure that your community know that you have something to contribute and that you're willing and able to do just that. Well, we have to end the morning show this morning, but we're so happy that you stayed with us. Wherever you are viewing from this morning, our Tobago viewers, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trinidad, thank you so very much. The Caribbean region, you are absolutely amazing with your warm, beautiful sunshine. The United States of America and Canada, oh, we thank you so very much. England, thank you. Africa, Asia, Australia, India, wherever you are, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you. We know that we have viewers far and wide on our Facebook live stream and our YouTube channel. And those of you viewing on AMPLIA 102 and Flow 121 and 130, we thank you so very much for staying with us, for being so loyal to us. And it doesn't matter the challenges that we go through. When we look around, you are always on our live stream, and we thank you so much. You are the reason why we continue to bring beautiful contents to you and why we remain relevant in the media industry here on the island of Tobago. Whatever you do today, if you can't be good, then be safe. This is where we end the morning show, so do have a wonderful time. But remember, our programming does not end here. We head on over to GMT, which is Good Morning Tobago, with Chanel Felix. So you want to be a part of that. Remember, she speaks on topics that you want to be a part of, things happening right here on the island of Tobago. So remember, you can still leave your comments on that show as well, on our Facebook live stream and our YouTube channel. But that's it from me for now. Do have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
To mainly focus on diseases of cocoa. Black pod and witch's broom are currently in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to give some sensitization about frosty pod, which is a disease that's in the region that could have devastating impacts to the cocoa industry. The reason why these are so problematic, they affect the economic part. It doesn't necessarily kill the tree, but it makes the farmers feel less productive.
Today, the focus is on identifying the diseases of cocoa towards rehabilitation and restoration of the cocoa. So, as you know, we have one of the finest cocoa in Trinidad and Tobago, and we don't want to lose that genetic stock, and therefore this particular training today is for that.
it's important to renew your information and to be up to date with what is taking place. And we learned that the frosty pot disease is just in our neighboring Venezuela, so we have to be on the lookout for that particular disease and to know what to do in the event that it gets here.
So this workshop or training will help facilitate, refreshing the knowledge that officers have and putting things in place so we can get these cocoa seeds back up and running, back up at production, optimal production at that.
Really is looking at conserving biodiversity and taking on agroecological practices to now look at the agricultural landscape and see how we could better the landscape using that. So the BioReach is really for the landscape, the productive landscapes of Trinidad and Tobago.
I think it's a good idea that the different agencies come on board with the division and with the ministry by extension. Because the ministry cannot do it all alone, so these agencies will help bring information to us extension officers and our wider farmers in Tobago.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Hi, I am Dr. Faith Brubner, Deputy Chief Secretary and Secretary for Health, Wellness and Social Protection. So we are here at the orientation for the TRHA internship. This is the third year we're having this internship, and it really is an opportunity for young people to see the inner workings of the healthcare sector. And the inner workings of the healthcare sector would allow them to determine their career paths, and it's really just an opportunity for them to understand how healthcare really works and to see how they can be a part of that future.
Hi, I'm Jaylene Jennings-Henry, former TRHA intern 2024. My experience with the TRHA internship program has been wonderful. I have gained a lot of experience, met new people. I did not go into the position that I wanted to go into, but the position that they placed me gave me an immense amount of opportunities. I met new people. I worked really hard. I was outstanding, and I was given more opportunities to the future and gained some new contacts. Absolutely. I would recommend this program because you will, as I said, you would gain more opportunities. You would meet new people. It has certain parts in life that may be dull to you, things that have not been brought to your attention as a young adult, that they would enlighten you on, not just in the workspace, but in life itself, in finance, in house building, in getting a car. All of these things, business, would help you as a young person going into the work world and as an adult.
My name is Jabari Darlington, and I am a past TRHA 2024 intern. No, I would not recommend it for the hospital alone because I am someone who does not plan to get into the medical field after I finish my studies. And seeing as the internship was all-inclusive, I don't think it should just be limited to the hospital alone, but the office area is important as well in day-to-day activities, even within the hospital.
Hi, my name is Janae Nicholas, and I'm a part of the 2025 TRHA Summer Internship Program. For this program, I came into it anticipating to have a good hands-on experience in the healthcare sector. Specifically, I would love to learn more about the back-end things that helps the entire healthcare system to work, namely in biomedical engineering, how the equipment is maintained and repaired, and all the other paperwork and everything else that goes into it.
My name is Ellis Joel. I am a first-time participant in the TRHA Summer Intern Programship. My expectations from this program is to, one, develop my leadership skills and proceed forward in becoming a better leader, exploring and getting hands-on development in the area of engineering, as well as expanding my knowledge to see where in the healthcare industry can I continue and improve and bring my knowledge as an electrical engineer in the biomedical area to develop healthcare and even other parts of society around the world.
My name is Dela Baker and I'm a first-time participant of the TRHA Summer Internship Program. Well, what I expect from this program is to gain a better understanding on the work world and to understand how the health system works. I am an aspiring psychologist and I believe that this program can be very beneficial to me so that I can gain more knowledge. For future participants, I hope that they are able to as well gain this knowledge, and I hope that this program can continue so that it can better our community and better the lives of all the youths.
My name is Giselle Gittins-Peters. I am the Vice Chairperson for the Tobago Regional Health Authority's Internship Committee. So the truth is the TRHA would have started this internship program years ago, but then COVID came and voila, here we are. So the 2023 installment of the internship would have seen the reintroduction of the internship here at the Tobago Regional Health Authority. And the idea is to expose as many young Tobagonian students to what the healthcare industry has to offer. It is a dynamic ecosystem, and well, COVID would have taught us, listen, we need to do things better. So the internship is really like a gauge into preparing our young people into the world of work, into the entry into healthcare. And even if it is they don't come back to the healthcare industry itself, the skills that they would have been taught, the experiences, the networking, it would set them apart as part of the wider world of work. Oh, and that's one of the beautiful things with our program. This is not just for persons who probably have an interest in pharmacy, nursing, medicine. We have students from across the board. We have biomedical engineers, we have teachers, we have psychologists, we have persons who are actually doing what we call the traditional trades. So yes, we are allowing persons from a various cross-section of education to participate in the program. And like you said, it is not just doctors and nurses that make up this ecosystem. We have all these other allied health, and this is one of the ways that we get these persons to come on board to appreciate what it is we are trying to do here in Tobago.
I am Assemblyman Megan Morrison, area representative for the electoral district of Mount St. George Goodwood, and the Assistant Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection. This summer internship is a way to bring much needed resources to the health institution. Initially, this program started, I think, with 50 participants. I think that number has increased. So already we have expanded the program. And as the need arises, I see the program going from strength to strength as the need becomes necessary.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
We specialize welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am your host, Chanel Felix. And you know, whenever you see me sitting here, it's because we're about to have those conversations that you want to have while I ask those questions that you want asked. But before we get into this morning's interesting topics and conversations, let's have our news in 90 seconds. A total of 104 cannabis plants were seized during an anti-crime operation in the Scarborough Police District on Tuesday. The intelligence-led exercise involved officers from the Tobago Divisional Task Force, North and West. The Moriah Police Station was led by W and ASP Williams and others. The plants were found in the Scarborough area, and a 40-year-old unemployed woman from Sergeant Kane, Scarborough, was arrested. The TTPS confirmed that investigations are ongoing and charges under the Dangerous Drug Act are expected. Additionally, PDP leader Watson Duke is rallying Tobagonians to prepare for a political battle, declaring the Progressive Democratic Patriots ready to contest the next Tobago House of Assembly elections once the people give the signal, comparing politics to a boxing match. Duke said, we have a win. He criticized the Farley Augustine-led administration as incompetent and betraying Tobagonians' trust. He accused the current MPs of Tobago East and West of being powerless and allowing Trinidad to dictate Tobago's affairs. Duke urged the voters to act decisively. And finally, after years of evading justice, a Trinidad and Tobago national, Sherlyn Guppy, was extradited to the United States on August 5th to face serious drug trafficking charges in Pennsylvania, following a 5-year DEA investigation that began in 2019. Arrested in Goodwood Park on September 2023, his extradition was approved in 2024 and upheld in 2025. The operation involved cooperation between the U.S. and local law enforcement agencies. U.S. officials praised the extradition as a symbol of a strong bilateral collaboration and a warning to transnational criminal networks, and that justice will be pursued globally. And that was our news in 90 seconds. Guys, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be back with much more conversations right after this. So see you soon.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the sky. I beat and roll, we beat and roll, I beat and roll. When the spirit it, I beat and roll. When the spirit it, I beat and roll. What to do? Let me see how stick you could get. See how stick you could get. Let me see how stick you could. See how stick you could. See how stick you could get. Let me see how stick you could get. See how stick you could get. Let me see how stick you could. See how stick you could. See how stick you could get. Wet me down, 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 wet me down. Right now I overeat it. Wet me down, 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 wet me down. Right now I over. Hey, I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 bottle of rum, DJ start the thing, let me jump. Cause I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun, I see 10 girls to a man, DJ start the thing, let me ramage. When my team touch down, everything get wild. Hey, 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 take out your flag and fling it up, take out something and fling it up, fling it up, fling it up high. Hey, 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 start to jump up and fling it up, take out something and fling it up.
This August, you have no excuse. A night of passion, power, and purpose.
The Rhythmic Vibrations and Rhythm Babes Performing Arts Company presents No Excuse. Join us on Tuesday, 12th of August at the Shaw Park Complex at 6 p.m. for a night of dance, drama, and song.
This is not just a show, it's a movement, a message, a moment.
Tickets are only $125 for adults and $75 for children. You don't want to miss this.
What's your excuse?
No excuse.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions, powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Now this morning we kickstart our conversation by letting you know all that's happening over this weekend. So this weekend on August 9th, we would be seeing for the very first time the Dodds Diving Tournament happening in Charlottesville, Tobago. And that's happening this Saturday, the 9th of August from 10 a.m. So all is invited to be a part of that. Guys, this is the first time ever that the Dodds Diving Championship is going to take place in Tobago. And this is an international championship that is going to be broadcasted live on ESPN. So we are encouraging all of Tobagonians and everyone viewing this morning to be a part of that and be a part of a momentous occasion in Tobago's history as we move forward to exploring more sports tourism and allowing those international tournaments to come to Tobago and have that global reach and impact that's needed to give the island that type of international exposure. Now, although this may not be something that you might particularly want to participate in or be a part of, or, even like it's really exciting to see the amount of international athletes that would be here for this particular tournament and just the amount of persons that would be gathered in Charlottesville this weekend. So if you are interested in doing that, you might want to start booking, your stay overnight in Charlottesville from Friday evening all the way up to Saturday. And that's the Dodds Diving Tournament. And I think that my producer is going to give us a bit of a sneak peek of what that might be looking like this weekend. Pretty interesting, a sport where you have persons that are on a platform that is mounted above water and basically diving off. In some situations, you have them diving off of cliffs into the water, and it's quite interesting to see, I must say. So I'm looking forward to a deep ride, and here we have it here. We look forward to Tobago being able to be a part of this type of extreme sport this weekend. And I believe that this event is also sponsored by Monster Energy Drink and the Tobago House of Assembly, the Division of Tourism, and yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dodds Diving Tournament that's happening in Charlottesville this weekend, August the 9th from 10 a.m. Guys, this morning we have our phone lines open for you to join in on our conversation. And fortunately or unfortunately for us, we are continuing a conversation that started yesterday as it pertains to the allegations against the director of the Social Protection Unit at the Division of Health, Social Wellness and Social Protection, Mr. Hanif Benjamin. Now, he is he is the ex-chairman, actually, of the Children's Authority, the ex-chairman of the Children's Authority, and he was also the director of that social protection unit. And as you may know, if you have been keeping up with all that's happening, that he was accused recently of indecent exposure to a minor over a WhatsApp call that was intended to be somewhat of a intervention or a therapy session. And persons have been calling for him to be released or fired from the division. And we had this conversation yesterday with industrial relations consultant Max James, and he had a mouthful to say. But what I want to do is I want to quickly touch on a press release that was made by the Division of Health and Social Wellness as it pertains to this event. Now, persons are saying that his immediate release is imminent because of the nature of these allegations and whether or not the allegations have been justified, whether he has been found guilty. Because of the nature of the law, that he should be released. So in this press conference, the division says that the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection has been made aware of these serious allegations involving the director within the Social Protection Department, and these allegations are of a highly sensitive nature and are currently under investigations by the appropriate authority. The division upholds the highest standard to conduct and has zero tolerance policy for any form of misconduct. As such, we are treating this matter with the utmost seriousness. The division's mission is to foster a safe, respectful, and ethical environment for our employees, partners, and communities we serve. Protecting the well-being of all individuals, especially the most vulnerable, is at the core of everything that we do. The division is dedicated to maintaining a culture of integrity and accountability and remains focused on its duty to serve the public and will continue to act in the best interest of its communities. We understand that a situation such as this can impact the public, and we are committed to handling this matter with transparency while respecting the legal process and the privacy of all individuals involved. We continue to monitor the situation closely and will take all appropriate actions as deemed necessary. And that was the release that was made by the division on the 31st of July. Now, you've had persons saying that even within this release, you have not heard the division vehemently distancing itself from the accusations or even the actions that the director was accused of. And this has sparked somewhat of a conversation on social media. And this morning, you have the ability to be a part of that conversation. Our number this morning is 284-6597. We want to hear from you. What do you think about the particular stance that the division has taken and the fact that we have not heard about the employment status? We heard even in the press release that they want to respect the privacy of all individuals involved, and they are allowing for due process of the legal system that currently exists that's handling this particular investigation. But we have a situation where a director wrote a letter to the parent basically apologizing. And for some persons, that is in itself an admission to some sort of misconduct. And in a situation where persons place their confidence in a particular department because of the sensitive nature of the issues that they are often tasked with dealing with, not only does it shine a negative light on the area, the profession, the field, but it does shed a negative light on, this department. And so we are waiting to hear from the division what is the type of corrective mechanism that will be put in place to deal with situations like this presently and in the future. And this is your opportunity to join in on the conversation. How do you feel? We're giving you the opportunity to add your views to the comments this morning comment on our Facebook page or on our YouTube live. You can let us know what's your opinion. How do you feel about this? Go to Tobago Updates on Facebook, and there you can leave your live comments, and I would be reading and interacting with them this morning. For the persons who are saying that this reminds me of some traumatic experiences that I experienced as a young person I've heard persons bringing the church into this particular question and stating that often persons who are tasked with positions where morality, should proceed, they are often in a situation where they compromise not only themselves, but the offices that they sit in, and cause persons to no longer hold confidence in persons who are in those positions. This morning, we want to hear from you. What do you think about this? How do you think this is affecting us as a society and the confidence that persons place in persons who are tasked with the responsibility of helping persons through trauma? This particular individual is a certified traumologist, and his work is to help people battle through trauma. And so this is a situation where we want to hear from you this morning, but we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be back right after this, allowing you to make your contribution. See you soon.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly.
Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Are you ready to celebrate the essence of Crusoe land and the culture of Tobago? Well, get ready for Tobago Day in New York City, hosted by the Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission, Sunday, August 17th, 2025, Nazareth High School Courtyard, 475 East 57th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 12 noon to 8 p.m. We bring the Tobago vibes to the Big Apple. Live music, Tobago food, cultural performances, and family fun. So bring Tanty, Granny, the uncle, invite the whole neighborhood. Just bring everybody and bring your significant other too. Come celebrate Tobago Day in New York City, Sunday, August 17th, Nazareth High School Courtyard. Boy, I forget to tell all you, it's we 10th anniversary celebration. For more information, call 929-327-7857 or check Team's Facebook and Instagram pages, Team Tobago Day.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
TNTech is pleased to advise that its Roxborough Service Center has reopened. Starting Monday, 10th March, customers can once more visit the Roxborough Administrative Building to pay TNTech bills, request new connections, and more. TNTech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme.
Well, I want a proper window for me house, yeah? I want no shake thing in my place.
Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces.
We get one wall on the side and we get one hole. You can put a window there, invent something, a window for put there.
At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style.
Well, me meet ya. Me don't know who I'm talking to, but I have the cousin Tofina tell me for call all you go get proper thing for put there. Me don't know.
Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business.
Driven? No, I ain't driving. I get a bus ticket. One of me picnic them go drop me down there. Must bring me down there. Russo Trade Springer down by the page down there.
Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships. It's about you.
It's all about me? Who is your family. You know Edna and Dorka and them, you know them, but you resemble them Edward boy and them Edward people them you.
Tobago Glass Supplies, Russo Tree Spring Garden, telephone number 639-6266. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. Guys, this morning we're still allowing you to call in and give your comments, but we're about to switch gears as we talk a bit about AI, artificial intelligence that is, and ChatGPT. Now, you know, we are now in a technology-driven age, and with a lot of new technologies being presented to us, there's a question about how this affects our youth and young persons. I mean, even when social media just came about, the same conversation was happening. When the internet came about, the same conversation happened. And wherever there is an evolution in technology, the conversation is going to happen. How does this impact our youth? And this morning, I'm having this conversation with Mr. Tim Timal, who is a communication consultant and AI strategist. Good morning, Mr. Timal, and welcome.
Morning. Nice to be back.
Excellent. Now, as I said, whenever there is new technology, there's a question about safety. How does this impact the youth? You know, how do we safeguard them from the negative or the adverse effects of the technology? But you have persons, recently we saw a CNC3 article that indicated that ChatGPT would tell 13-year-olds how to get drunk and high, instruct them how to conceal eating disorders, and even compose a heartbreaking suicidal letter to their parents if asked, according to new research from a watchdog group. That's a quote from the CNC3 article. And so this morning, we're having that conversation with you. First of all, give us your overall perspectives on this.
Right. So I love your preamble because I think what you did was put it into context. Whenever we have that new technology coming on board, whether it's, as you said, the internet, the social media, we have these questions, we have these problems. And yes, these things, what they're saying there is very, very real. Not just for teenagers, for everyone, right? And from the perspective of ChatGPT or what you call learning language models can give us information or do things that can be harmful, can be dangerous, and so forth. And what I will say to parents is what I've always said to them, that it's their responsibility to kind of guide and instruct. And, it's like if we have knives in our homes can, prepare dinner, but it can also be used to self-harm and so forth. So the question is, which I've encountered with people saying, well, we need to ban it or that kind of stuff. And no. We need to manage it because like everything else, it's a tool. Remember, I don't know if it was you I spoke to or another host I spoke to last time, and I was talking about AI filmmaking and agentic AI. These are tools, and how we use them is really about us. You could take a car drive it into a crowd of people, and you can take that same car and carry people to the hospital. So it's about the use and management of, and like all the things that are dangerous to children and dangerous to adults. There needs to be education, and from the parents and the guardians' perspective, there needs to be a lot of chats, no pun intended, to guide that process.
Right, and I'm glad even within your expertise, because you do a number of things with AI, but specifically in recent time you have honed in on your filmmaking to utilize AI for your AI films. And one of the things that we see is that deep fake technology as well. Where it's
Absolutely.
difficult to tell the difference between whether a video footage is real or it's fake. In recent time, we see a lot of fraud taking place on social media, with more older persons getting caught up in, where they're using video of prominent politicians or even the prime minister, and allowing them to say certain things that will promote particular investments that will cause persons to want to invest, whether it's $250,000 TT, or from 2,000 TT, with the expectation of getting $500,000 back. And when you see those persons who are deemed to be credible individuals promoting this, for some persons they might get caught because they might say, well, this is a state-driven initiative, right? But outside of kids, outside of children being captured in the AI phenomena, there's the part where adults are also being caught up in that. So tell us a bit about that as well.
Right. So, as you know, I work with Renee Cummings, the AI ethicist, and so forth, right? And we had actually done a proposal for the Commissioner of Police, where I was going to come in and show them how to recognize deep fakes and how, to demonstrate to them how easy it is to create stuff that could cause chaos and panic in Trinidad and Tobago, so that we can do crisis communication response and so forth. So that has to be managed from the state level as well. But from an individual's level, we have to recognize that there are people who will be using these tools for bad. So just like how I remember I was 1991, I just started working, and a colleague of mine, a manager of mine, actually got a telex. I don't know if people remember what that is, saying that he had won some money from a Nigerian prince and something like that, and and he spent quite a number of years pursuing it. And my understanding is he had spent some money and that kind of stuff. So what we are seeing is just a different manifestation of the scams. We've had, even in Trinidad and Tobago, we've had the DSS. I understand now we have something called trillions. So we've had people using technology and media for decades now in order to scam people. The general advice I would give is if it sounds too good to be true, it generally is. And I've been doing some agents for a number of agencies now. I recently put out one for TT Laws and TT Medicine, and the caveat or the disclaimers I always put on those is always seek professional advice before making any kind of decisions. So I think, people need to just understand that there are new tools, but they're same concepts. Be cautious.
Right. And I say that to say that although there is the concern about young persons, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, your teenagers or your preteens having access to the technology to do harm, it's not just about them. It's about everyone being aware of the positive and negative impacts of the technology. Now, there are persons who would say, but this type of information that you're saying that they can get from ChatGPT, they can get it from YouTube, they can possibly get it from TikTok, they can possibly get it from just Google. Or the information it's available. So what this type of things does, it incites a bit of a fear in the use of the technology with parents to allow their children to access it and use it when there are both positive and negative side to it, like with anything. As a parent, what are you advising as it pertains to guiding your children on how to effectively and responsibly use the new AI technology?
Right. So I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews, and I have 3 living in Trinidad. They're between 17 and 19 or 20 now. And just last week, I had a meeting with them and my sister, their mother, and we were discussing how, what they can use AI to do. In fact, over the last year, they have started a business and they've been doing jingles for people and they've been doing flyers and media and that kind of stuff. And so there is the positive side to everything, right? Even from a national perspective, we saw that the Minister of AI and I can't remember the other part of the ministry launched an AI assistant for the government, TT Connect. It's not 100%. It's not, I would have done it a little differently, but it's a step in the right direction, right? Showing how positive elements could be derived from the use of technology. So, we will always have a problem with the vulnerable in society, the older folks, the very young and impressionable. And what I would advocate is, as I said, caution, speak to others, speak to your parents. If somebody says, this could happen or that can happen as an adult, speak to your children, and say, or speak to someone and say, hey, I understand if I invest this $250,000, I can get so and so and so. That usually get a sober opinion from that. Likewise for the younger ones, speak to your parents, speak to your, people who might be more in the know, and parents, keep an eye on your children. It's something that I know is much more difficult in the modern time, but we have to be vigilant. We have to be vigilant, and it's not just about the AI. I mean, I know there are situations where I have seen where people pretend to be younger than they are to go after teenagers, to go after young people. I mean, there's a big discussion in the United States right now about sex predators and that kind of stuff, and they use forums like WhatsApp and Facebook and other parts of social media to do that. The way to protect your children is not to hide them from the information, it's to educate them. Let them know that there are bad people out there who will do bad things and will do bad things to you, very, very specifically if you, I want to say allow them, but if you give them access. And so from that perspective, we need to understand there is good, but there's also bad. And the only way to deal with that is not to hide from the problem, is not to get rid of the knives or the cars or the AI or the technology. It is to teach people, inform them. I mean, I'm hoping that something like this, even our discussion now, will be able to educate and inform people in the Tobago and even in Trinidad sphere about the dangers, but also the good and the good of it as well. I recently did something for the THA, which I'm going to be speaking to them hopefully within the next month or so, that allows all tourists, and I say tourists in a very, very broad sense, to have access to immediate information when it comes to the tourism products that are available to the people in Tobago, to visitors to Tobago. And it coordinates everything, it plans. If I say, well, I want to go to Tobago for 3 days with my wife, It will literally plan the thing based on my budget and so forth. So there are lots and lots of good things that will come from the use of AI, but let us not be fooled into thinking that it will only be good. There'll be a lot of bad people, bad actors doing bad things, and the only way to protect ourselves against that is to become aware and educated, and to talk to others.
Right. And, we're going to touch a bit more on that AI technology in tourism as well as AI in education. But we're going to take a quick break right here and we'll be back right after this with much more conversation. See you soon.
To a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Spring. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am continuing my conversation with Mr. Tim Timal, who is also an AI specialist and consultant. Good morning and welcome back.
Thank you for having me again.
Right. Well, we know that your area is particularly film, but you focused recently on doing a couple AI film, and we talk about education and the involvement of AI in education and educational tutoring and studying for young persons. We also have, those subjects like theater arts and drama that's happening at the CXC level. Have you done work with those students who are in, that particular area and kind of informing them of how to use the AI as it pertains to their SBAs and stuff like that?
Right. So I have a pretty busy schedule. I'm doing a lot of stuff in agentic AI, for a lot of different companies and organizations and even now governments. But my core is AI filmmaking. And I have a pilot project that I ran in Point Fortin. I was just on the phone with them in between the break. Today is another class I'm going on there. And in that class, I have a couple of young people. One in particular, Zion, is 15, I believe he is. And I think he has been, acclimatizing very well to the course and so forth. But when it comes to the particular use of AI or teaching AI to children, the only ones I can say that I can definitely account for is my two nieces and nephew, who have been, again, as children are very, very fantastic in adopting the technology. They're very, very bright kids as well. So I know that with the little experience that I've had, teaching children, that there's a lot of merit in exposing children to the teaching aspects of AI filmmaking, agentic AI, and basically technology as a whole. So I would definitely recommend, as we move forward, some sort of how can I put it, a melding, an amalgamation between the theater arts and what we could do with AI. As you know, I'm a strong proponent for AI in filmmaking, and I faced a lot of negativity from my peers and so forth, but I'm slowly seeing people coming around, whether it's in advertising, whether it's in photography. Like I have a friend of mine who's done an amazing work with AI, with books, and with a new project that is coming very, very soon on vanishing arts and with folk creatures and so forth. Richard Ramirez, very, very, very good stuff he's doing. So I know that there is value. From a national perspective, I would highly recommend that the Ministry of Education, Social Development, and the Ministry of National Security also look at what we can do with AI and how that can impact young people, in particular children. And as you know, I used to work with the TTPS as a consultant, and there's always room for new ideas, new initiatives to take idle hands away from the devil, right? Which basically means the more you can focus short in a particular area, the less time they will have for, being involved in negative or even criminal activity.
Right, understood. And finally, as we are wrapping up this morning, touch a little bit on that AI and tourism aspect that you kind of hinted to earlier in your proposal that would be soon given to the Tobago House of Assembly. Tell us about the integration of that AI, and is it that when you go on the website, the Tobago website, there's an area that you could click that calls book your next trip to Tobago, just as you go online, and there's the AI chatbot. Is it something similar to that? Give us a little tease.
Right. So you have, let me just say, you are very, very, very informed. I can definitely see you are somebody that takes a lot of interest in this particular field. So what I've developed is, okay, so there are chatbots, and then there are agents, and then there are workflows. So what the TT Connect would have launched is a chatbot, and then they say there's an agent, but the agent is really a person to answer a question, a physical person, which is okay, right? As I said, it's a step in the right direction. What I would have developed for the Tobago House Assembly, or Tobago as a whole, is something a little more different. It's more of an agent, because what this does is it helps you, it guides you. So I'll give you an example. I will share it with Tobago, because I'll send it to the email as well as the WhatsApp contact that I have, so you all can do some testing with it as well. But basically, it allows visitors to plan their schedules, to know where it can. And you're doing, okay, by the way, you're using what they call natural language, so you can speak to it, and it gives you answers, whether you speak German, French, Dutch, Mandarin, Cantonese, Creole, whatever it is, it speaks, it understands your natural language. It basically allows you to plan your vacation. You can ask it to give you the spots in Tobago. But what it also does is, let's say if I say, oh, I want, my budget is $3,000, I want to go here or whatever it is, it gives you a list of people to go by, and it gives you their contact information. And if you like, you can, it constructs a message for you as well, and then gives you a link to send it via WhatsApp. So it's very, very interactive. It's very, very agentic because it performs actual functions. And then of course it from a national perspective, it beats the expenditure that people would have to put out for Expedia and Airbnb and all these things, because they charge like 20% on top. This is direct interface with the hoteliers and the people who run bed and breakfast. So I'm very, very excited about the project. I'm also franchising it to Grenada and St. Vincent at the same time. So it is my hope and my intention that this part of the world will have these AI agents to help them in every aspect, from a national perspective, tourism, even reporting crime, and of course, individual businesses are now coming on board as well, because they understand the power of having an agent work for you 24/7, doesn't get upset with customers, always seeking their information and seeking, to give customer satisfaction. So it's a brand new morning, a brand new, I think that's all the theme song. So yeah, we over the next couple of months, you're going to see a lot of very, very interesting things.
Right, and we want to thank you as well for your time this morning, and we're wishing you all the best with your projects globally, not just locally, but even your other projects throughout the region as well. And we look forward to the Tobago House of Assembly possibly adapting that project here, to help boost.
Well, it's already done. It's just a matter of having the meetings with them, and if I'll still launch it. It doesn't matter. But right. I hope to have a meeting with Tasha Lee, Boris, and hopefully even the chief secretary, so that we could have this kind of nice symmetry. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna send it to you guys, but before the end of the day.
Excellent. Well, again, we want to say thank you to you, but we want to also say thank you to our viewers this morning. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments, and all that you have done and continue to do to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, I am Chanel Felix, and thank you so much for sticking with us this morning. Have a great day.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks a favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong.